Hello, grade fives. We're going to be talking about a concept that we did learn about this year, but it's so important I really wanted to review it. It is long multiplication. So let's clear this out. I'm going to write out a multiplication question, and then we can look at the steps. If we have, for example, 23 times 17 equals, this question is written out horizontally, and while you can solve multiplication horizontally, it's a lot harder. And why would I want to do that to myself? The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this second number, 17, and I'm going to move it onto the bottom row so I can write this problem vertically. So I'm just going to rewrite the problem. I'm going to put the 17 down here. I'm going to put my multiplication sign here, and the line underneath is my equals sign, okay? And then I can erase all this on the side, and now I'm ready to start solving. I don't like solving side to side. I don't think you guys do either. You want to write it vertically, and then you can start to solve. The first step, once we've got a vertical problem, is to deal with the ones column on the bottom number, in this case, the 7. This 7 needs to be multiplied by the ones column and the tens column. It's got to multiply by every number, every digit in the top number, so the 3 and the 2. Okay, so first we're going to do 7 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. So the 1 from the 21 goes in the ones column. Sorry, I should write in black here. And the 2 from the 21, the 20, goes in the tens column. Now I could put it here, but we're going to get some more numbers in our tens column, so I'm actually going to put it on top. Same thing we do in addition, where we carry a number forward. We're going to put this on top, and we're going to add it on later. Okay, so let's not forget about that 2. The next thing, like I said, is going to be the 7 times this 2 in the tens digit. So 7 times 2 is 14. Now we add on this 2, 15, 16, and we can add, we can write our number on the bottom. The 6 from the 16 goes in the tens column because we're multiplying by tens, and the 1 from the 16 has to go in the hundreds column. If there was a number here, we would write the 1 up here and we could add it on later, but there isn't, so we can actually just put the 1 in the hundreds column right now. There's no more multiplication to do in this row. Okay, so we are halfway done. We've got the number 161, and that is the answer of 23 times 7. But we're not doing 23 times 7, we're doing 23 times 17. So now we need to multiply the 1 of 17, the tens digit, by every number, okay? So we're going to move on to the second digit, which means we're going to start a second row. This row is done, we're going to start a second row in our answer for the tens digit. Because it's a tens digit and tens are 10 times bigger than 1, we're actually going to put a placeholder 0 right here. And that's going to make sure that our answer is 10 times bigger. In the same way that if you had the number 2 and added a 0 on the end, it's now 20. It's 10 times bigger. That's why the 0 goes here. So 1 times 3 is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to always multiply by the ones digit first. 1 times 3 is 3. I can put that here. Oh, should do it in black again. I can put that right there, and I don't need to carry anything forward because it's just a single digit. Then 1 times 2 is 2. Again, I don't need to carry anything forward. I'm going to put the 2 right here. Now, I've got 2 numbers in my answer. So I'm going to draw another line. Remember, this line means equals. And I'm going to actually put an addition sign here because this this number plus this number, I shouldn't have picked yellow, that might be hard to see. Those 2 numbers added together is going to give me my total answer. The reason why this works, by the way, if you're interested in the math behind the math, is because 161 is 7 times 23, and 230 is 10 times 23. So you can actually split up 17 into 7 and 10. But again, that's kind of the math behind the math. You don't necessarily need to know why that works. You just need to know that now we need to add those 2 numbers together. 1 plus 0 is 1, 6 plus 3 is 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So now we end up with the number 391. And that's our total answer. 23 times 17 is 391. Let's try one more question just to make sure we have the process down. I'll go a little bit quicker. So if you want a slower one, you might want to back up in the video and watch that one again. I'm going to write it vertically right from the start. Let's do a question a little bit longer. Let's do 452 times Let's do triple by triple. This is going to be a bit of a bigger question here, but it's going to show you the whole process. 452 times 293. Okay, get a bunch of different numbers in there, although we have two twos. So the first thing we're going to do, same as last time, is start with the ones digit. So this ones digit will multiply by everything. When that's done, then the tens digit will multiply by everything. And when that's done, the hundreds digit will multiply by everything. Always starting with the ones, then the tens, then the hundreds. If there were thousands, we'd keep going. And you'll see that this pattern, even though this is a triple digit number, is going to be the same pattern that we did last time. So 3 times 2 is 6. I'm going to put that number here. There's nothing to carry forward because 6 is a one-digit number. 3 times 5 is 15. So I put the 5 here, and I put the 1 from the 15 up here. I carry it forward. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 more from our carry forward is 13. Now there's no more numbers to multiply by, so I can put the 1 from the 13 down here, and that's our first row. It's done. Very good. I'm going to move on to our second row, but first I want to either cross out or erase the numbers on top so I don't get mixed up if I carry something else forward. That's very important. The other very important thing is that I put my 0 here for the second row because I'm now in the tens digit. One way you can think of that is the 9 is moved over a little bit, and we want our first answer to go right here, not right here. So the 0 pushes our number over 1. And you'll see that as well when we move on to the hundreds digit. I'll show you how that works. So 9 times 2 is 18. I put the 8 here, and I'm going to carry forward the 1 from 18. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 1 is 46. I'm going to carry forward a 4. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 more is 40. So I put the 0 from the 40 here, and the 4 from the 40 carries into the next column. Now, we're finally on to our hundreds digit, the 2. First, remember, I'm going to either cross out these numbers again, or I'm going to erase them if I'm working in pencil or something that I can erase with. And I'm going to move on to this hundreds digit. So I now need to put 2 zeros again, so our answer can, let me switch colors here, line up with the 2 from the hundreds digit. Okay? Oh, I got rid of my zeros. I was hitting undo. So now, this one shouldn't be too hard because we're just doubling. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry forward the 1. And 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Now, I'm going to put my line underneath showing the equal sign. I'm going to put an add sign here, or sorry, an addition sign here, and I'll erase that 1 on top. Now I need to add all 3 of those numbers to get my total answer. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 5 is 13. Just like we did with our multiplication, in addition, we also carry forward the digit. The 1 goes into the hundreds column. 3 plus 1 is 4. Plus 6 is 10, plus 4 is 14. And I'm going to carry forward my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 0 is still 2. 9 plus 4 is 13. Carry forward my 1 and put it down here. Our final answer is 132,436. So even though this was a triple digit by triple digit problem, we used the exact same process, and we just had some more numbers to deal with. Remember, we add 1 more 0 every time we go down to a new row, and you need 1 row for every digit in your bottom number. This was for this row, this was for this row, and this was for this row. So hopefully that makes sense, grade 5s. I've attached some problems for you to try on the weekly schedule, so give those a try, and good luck.